everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Today we're going to talk about a different angle of AI, which you may not be as familiar with, since when a lot of people hear artificial intelligence, they automatically think of their chatbots, maybe use ChatGPT, maybe use DeepSeek, maybe use Gemini. But today we will be talking about a much older form of artificial intelligence, which is machine learning applications in healthcare. Machine learning has a lot of potential in healthcare, and companies have recognized this as the budget allocated to machine learning and AI tools since 2022 has doubled from 5.7% to about 10.6%. What do you think the future implications of machine learning and AI in healthcare will be as these tools get further developed and advanced?
That's a great question. So looking at that, obviously using machine learning in healthcare is a great tool. Obviously it shouldn't replace doctors, but instead it should be used as a tool to help doctors make their full diagnosis and just get any result on the patient. So looking at a few cons in this scenario, one of them would be bias in machine learning. So this arises from how the data is trained, how the model is trained, and this could cause issues in helping the doctor. And then another issue is also with privacy. Looking at privacy, patient information shouldn't be leaked, and there's always that risk, and that has to be managed and controlled, or else it could lead to further problems as well.
See, I notice you talk a lot about the role of doctors in AI and machine learning in healthcare, and putting aside the fact that clinicians and clinical researchers often use AI and machine learning to further medical research, what do you think about insurance companies using AI and machine learning in healthcare?
Yeah, I think insurance companies should also be able to use it the same way doctors do. I think it's a great tool for both of them to use. It's just mainly about controlling the issues associated with it, such as bias and all the cons and and privacy. But if that's controlled, I believe it's a amazing tool for just healthcare in general.
Well, do you think that the insurance company customers might feel the same, since you had mentioned that there was a privacy issue in using AI and machine learning in healthcare, and patients may see their premiums go up without their knowledge? They may have to pay a steeper price for something that they cannot control and do not consent to being shared. What do you think would be the public reaction to AI and machine learning in healthcare in the context of insurance and maybe grayer areas where people may not be as happy to see it?
Yeah, I think with any new technology, there's going to be people who agree with it and people who disagree, obviously. So I think that even with insurance companies, certain companies might use it, certain companies might not. So I feel like people will always have that option. I don't think in any time soon every single company will be using it, at least. So I feel like the general population will always have that option if they want to go with companies that use machine learning, or companies that just stick to the standard approach.
Do you think there should be any external legal protections or regulations on these tools in insurance? Because I don't know whether insurance companies would willingly disclose this to their customers. Furthermore, I don't think that as AI and machine learning becomes easier to use than the present standard, that it wouldn't become standard amongst insurance companies and that customer choices wouldn't shrink. So do you think that the governing bodies have a responsibility to regulate the use of these tools in somewhere as gray as insurance, where customers may not see this benefit as directly as in hospitals?
I mean, me personally, I do believe that governments should be able to regulate this. I mean, it obviously differs depending on the company, the government. So honestly, all up to that. But personally, I believe that governments should have some type of regulation on this, or else too much power goes to the insurance companies over the patients. I feel like patients should have most of the control over how their data gets managed.
And this doesn't stop at healthcare. I've seen a lot of Uber drivers, for example, who are not comfortable with the integration of AI and machine learning in the tools used by these companies, because I feel that, as many people feel, that the growth and rapid development of artificial intelligence is too fast for regulating bodies to keep up, and that there must be a motion to address emerging technologies as well as new ones. Thank you.
Thank you.